you know from the experience that there's more to everything than...
Exactly. That is the value of it.
And so now your level of curiosity is heightened because of experience, instead of because someone else told you about it and it sounded like an interesting experience to have, you see?
The other aspect of a vision like that, or whatever you want to call it, experience, was that it was almost unbearable. It was overpowering, and so you were saying, it's out there, but by the same token, you still feel like, gee, I don't know if I can handle that all the time. So that just shows you're not ready for it, or you see what I mean? Then you can get caught in the thing.
It shows you how comfortable you are in your prison.
Right. Right. But how it might be frightening if you were out of your prison. So I guess that's why we keep the door closed.
Yes. Or if there's no door on the door frame, you keep well away from the door frame.
With that experience of being frightened by the ever more of becoming, how does one, what do you do, take baby steps, or what's the...
You will take the biggest steps you can take. Even if they are very tiny, they will be the biggest you can take. Suffering is always a wonderful nudge to taking bigger steps or edging toward the door frame that doesn't have a door on it.
Right, but see, where the experience is certainly inspiring, it can also act as you saying to yourself, well, gee, I don't know if I could take that. I don't know if I want to do that or not. Because
indeed, but you know what? You have less and less excuse for doing that because of the time we have spent together and your study of the course. And so you have the capacity to look at it and say, this is too significant for me, but I recognize that it's my birthright to be experiencing it. I recognize that it's really natural to me. I know that it is unnatural for me not to be experiencing it. And I know that the suffering I am experiencing by virtue of not allowing it is not worth as much to me as it used to be. And so you are being moved into a state of miracle readiness, a place of less defendedness, a place where you're willing to be a little more vulnerable. And this brings us back to what I started out speaking about this evening, that if you're not experiencing joy, it's because you're under the domination of a regime that it's illegitimate for you to be bound by, and you need to dare to invite and let in what you don't know yet. And you need to do it more consciously, with more purpose. And you can dare to do it with courage, because now you know, after listening to me and listening to me and listening to me, that at least you can say the possibility is that if I persist, I will find my true state of normalcy. And my satisfaction will come from the full experience of this that appears to me to be overwhelming. And I will no longer be satisfied with a halfway tolerable level of pain, sickness, grief, sorrow, illness. You see?
Yes. Out of curiosity, when you fully let yourself into an experience like that, I take it then it's not not that you have to get used to the bright lights. It's more of this is what it's supposed. This. I knew. In other words, it's a familiarity. You feel like I'm home again. This is the way it's supposed to be. Is that? Or is it different for everyone?
The actuality of it is that it does take some getting used to. It is like going through reorientation.
So bring your sunglasses.
Bring your sunglasses, yes. Bring your willingness to not know what anything means, so that the real meaning has space in you to register with you. I must say, don't be surprised if it feels unnatural.
Initially.
Exactly. Freedom to the Iraqis does not feel natural at the moment. What it means and how to be free has not fully registered. And what it means to you to be truly free, you don't know. So, again, to be very practical with you, don't be surprised if the experience of your divinity is upsetting, in the sense that it will unsettle the confidences you have had in the illusion, which you've been very comfortable with. But once again, at the same time that you are experiencing an unsettling, you are also experiencing that the unsettling is caused by something utterly divine, which provides you with the impulse to persist in turning to the right place to have your ignorance satisfied by being replaced with that of which it was the ignorance.
Is it ever so unsettling that you go, "Oh, I'm not going to do this," and you just withdraw right deeply back into the dream?
It can.
You can do that.
If I had told Paul on our first conversation that my name was Jesus, he would have backed off, known that he had gone crazy, and we would not have had a second conversation.
But the curiosity then is piqued, and you can never forget it.
That's correct. But you can fight it for a while, maybe even for a long time.
Let's hope not.
Right. The Holy Spirit is conspiring to shorten the time. Your divinity, held in trust, is conspiring on your behalf to shorten the time that you are ignorant. And everything that I am doing has one goal: to bring about a little bit of willingness to be open and let it in. A little bit of willingness to let time collapse by letting your confidences in your mutually agreed upon definitions sorry, this is me, Paul. Was that a complete sentence? To collapse. Okay.
There's a question over here.
No, we will end at this point for tonight. I've enjoyed being with all of you, as always. And I look forward to being with you next week.